Hi, Jack James. Welcome back to my IT channel. We've got a laptop here that's got Windows 7 on it, so we're going to actually wipe it off and install Windows 10. My best experience, because I've been in the business for quite some time now, and I always like to do a fresh install of an operating system. Don't like these Windows upgrades. Don't always go smooth to plan. Don't always migrate properly, and can always cause a lot of common issues. So if you're going to upgrade from one OS to another OS, I just love literally wipe it clean, put the new OS on top, then you know it's all compatible with the right components. It's not trying to use a compatible driver or compatible something else, or your application's ported over. It's going to be working much better. I've had lots of bad experiences with Windows upgrades in the past when you used to roll out on multiple sites and stuff. Never went to plan, basically, never worked. So it's easier to do a fresh install. The times you spend fluffing about trying to get an upgrade physically working at the end of the day takes more time. It's so much more easier just to wipe it clean, put a fresh install of OS on. So this is what we're going to do today. It's got Windows 7 on it at the moment, makes it run a bit sluggish. I don't know whether it's the program or it's too much crap on it. I've got no idea. So we're just going to format the drive, repartition it, and we're going to put straight on Windows 10. Windows 10 you can download free off the internet, but you also got to buy a serial key. We'll still allow you to install it without the serial key, but puts it into an active state, but still be able to get it up. I think it might run for about 30 days, then force you to buy a key. The key, I think it's about $69.95 to buy it. I thought it was quite a good deal from Microsoft. I don't know whether the price will go up later, because obviously it's all new outs. And if you already just brought Windows 8.1 on your laptop in the last week or so, you should be entitled to upgrade free of charge for it. And you'll probably find a little icon on the bottom of the screen which will probably give you the option to say, do you want to do a free upgrade, which I've noticed on quite a few of the 8.1s now. So when you download it off the website, it gives you options of what you're going to create it, CD, file, or straight onto a memory stick key. So I've had this one installed on the memory stick key. I've also got like Windows 7 on the memory stick key. So these are much more easy to install from, you know, and they'll install faster as well. So let's get this laptop going. So first of all, put the memory stick key in, and hopefully it should boot off. If not, we're going to have to put it in the boot mode. So then we can see the screen all right. So do it's an F12 before it goes back in. Yes, already starting normal Windows. So let's go back. So check which key gets you into the boot menu. This one's F12. Press F12. And it should present me with a boot menu. So all different laptops are different things. They all have a different key. And common F12, F11 is normally the common ones to use. But on this Toshiba laptop, it's F12 on the startup, and it brings you into the boot menu here. So we're just going to drop it down to boot off the USB. Press enter, and now it should start booting off the key now. The memory stick, I should say, not the key. And while that's happening, I'll drop my tea. Nice Mickey Mouse cup, basically. There you go. So she's starting up. Depending on the fast the laptop speed is and how fast it reads the memory stick keys, depends how quick it installs. So here we go. There we go. Got nice new. Well, it still very looks similar to the other installs of Windows 7 and Windows 8, I suppose. So United Kingdom. Click next. Click on install. So it's very, very easy to do. Well, I'm just going to move the camera a bit closer so we can get a better closer of the install screen, so you can have a look at this. So here's the install screen. So this is now enter the product key, but it does give you the option to skip, because we also haven't got an actual product key. So we'll just click on skip. Let's make sure we've got a better screen, you can see that properly. Not too much glare. So we'll click on skip for the moment, which then still allows us to carry on the install. Again, depending on your laptop and how fast your laptop is, depends how fast this goes through. Okay, this is Windows license agreement. You can read through it, but nobody ever does. So click on I accept license terms, click next. Now it says here, which type of installation do you want? Do you want to do the upgrade, which keeps all your files and settings, or custom install Windows only? I always go to the custom install Windows only, the advanced option, which allows you to do a full fresh install. I would not recommend upgrade, because I always have problems and issues. So anybody, before you do this, make sure you've got a backup of all your personal files, your music, your pictures, your photographs, video, anything you've saved on your laptop. Back it up onto a hard drive or several memory stick keys before you do this install. So I'm going to do custom, Then here allows me to partition the drive. So we've got a system partition, reserve partition, and then we've got partition 2, which is where everything is stored. So I'm going to do a delete. So we know we've got a complete, so it deletes everything off. And we're going to delete the reserve space on there because that's all the old files to do with the system boot. So now we've got a completely empty, unpartitioned drive, which is saying to me this is 600 gigabyte, which is correct. So I've highlighted the top one, and now we click on next. You don't have to format or click new partition unless you want to create different partitions, but in this case I never do. I just click on the one at the top, and I just allowed Windows to do what it needs. Click next, and it'll start create the partitions needs. So I'm sure it'll create a reserve partition for itself anyway, always does. And now it's just going to copy all the files now over to like a temporary partition it has. So I'm not going to bore you because this can take some time. Depending on how fast the remote stick key is reading at, depends how fast your laptop is for this to install fast. And it has a percentage bar here, 0%, and it will gradually increase as it's copying all the files over. So what I'm going to do, we're going to catch up in a sec. So I'm not going to sit here the whole entire video watching this because it's going to be quite boring and you lot will fall asleep. So here we go. Alright, so as you can see the files, it took probably about 20 minutes, this copying over. So now it brings into the next screen. It says time to enter the product key. So again, you still don't have to install the product key here, so you don't have to purchase it. Again, it just gives you options saying do this later. So click on do this later, gets the next screen, and it wants to connect here to the networks. And here, this is where you can then connect to your wireless network, which I'll do now. And I type in my key. So far it's picked up the wireless driver, which is a good point. If it doesn't pick up your wireless at all, then obviously you can use a LAN cable to plug into your laptop, or you can just skip this section anyway. So here you go fast. I just normally use the user express settings, and this is very much like the Windows 8.1 basically, because it'll probably ask you want to log in with a Microsoft account. So if you've got a Microsoft account, you can actually use that to log in with, then that'll be your physical login to your laptop. But I tend to always skip that and just set up a standard password for it. So just wait for that to go past. Now this is where it now sets up your desktop. So this is this can take time to do anyway. This could be sort of 5–10 minutes, again depending on the speed of your laptop and how fast it wants to process all this. So I'm going to pause it for there, and we'll come back to you when it's done. Oh, this is the area it also downloads all the updates as well. So this could particularly take a bit of time to do. So we'll pause the video and we'll come back to it in a sec, and hopefully that'll be then Windows ready to roll. Right, now in the next section here, who owns this PC? This is a choice of importance, and it's very easy to switch later. So it says who owns it, my organisation, or I own it. So I own it. So unless you're doing this for a company, then I'll see organisation. If not, then I own it. Click next. And it says here, Microsoft account that opens up a whole new benefit. This is where you actually log in with your Microsoft account. So if you have an Outlook or a Hotmail account, you can log in with this, and then that sets all your profiles up. So I'm saying skip this step. And then it says who is this PC for, and this is where it allows you now to type in a username for it. So I'm just going to stick this with Caitlin, because this belongs to Caitlin. You can put a password on if you want to, or you can just ignore it and go next. And then now it just sets up the profile. So again, this can take a while depending on how fast your PC is. So shouldn't take too long because it's done a lot of this before, and I know it does a lot of updates and all that sort of stuff to go with it as well. So can take a while. So what we'll do is we'll pause this video and we'll come back to it on the next stage when it's finished. So hopefully it'll show Windows this time. I'm sure it will. Now finally we have Windows 10 installed. So this is the new look for Windows 10. So completely new desktop. You've got no slidey bits up in the corner here. So you've got no menu up here, and you have none of this sort of swipe stuff over this side over here. So literally it is a desktop back, no funny business on the sides at all. Okay, so all this what was on the side here has now been moved down into the start bar here, and your apps screen, which you normally present with like your shortcut for your apps, all that's been taken off and again put down in this bar here. So now if I click on the start bar, it shows you now. So there's the apps bit that was originally across here now. So that's on the start bar, and all your settings, power, file explorer that used to be over here is now on the menu here. And with the file explorer, it now gives you the option to, yes, sorry, that's the file explorer for the files. So you can get to your directories very quickly. And then here, where is it on here? Here. Oh, here. So if you click on your search bar here, you can then search for particular stuff. So let's do remote. And you can see it searches through very fast, very quickly to find the apps that you want. So you don't have to sort of like look through the whole entire list. That's your settings here, which is takes you to here. So it's all completely new and changed. System, devices, network, internet, personalization, privacy, ease of access, times of languages, accounts. So this is all changed as well. So, and then you got your your new internet browser, which is now called, I think it's called Microsoft Edge now. They call it the Microsoft Edge. It's not a web browser anymore, or Internet Explorer. It's now Microsoft Edge. So obviously it runs quite nicely and quickly, quite quick. We'll test it out by going to Yahoo, because Yahoo normally has loads of crap on their front page and can take a little while to download stuff. So we can just see how quickly that is. Almost instant on there. It's nice and fast. And it seems to perform better than Windows 7 does. So, right, so let's have a quick nose, close what down. I'm interested in the File Explorer, and I want to look at the C drive. So this PC. So here's the drives. So on the C drive, just bare Windows, it's actually showing you it's taking 14 gigs of space. So this is just bare Windows 10 on there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run through all the updates, and we can compare how much space with all the Windows update on it takes, and then we'll look at a Windows 7 PC that I've got one I can build and see see the file size differences, see if the operating system's been made any smaller compared to the old version. But from here, 14 gigs, or say 15 gigs, is the size of Windows 10 on your partition. And then we'll do the updates on there, and then we'll do things, then we'll check a Windows 7, and see what the difference is between sizes. But there you go, so that's the new Windows 10. I'll go more in depth with this a bit later. Let's move it around. So yeah, so we'll do a few more videos on this a bit later, and we'll go a bit more in depth with Windows 10, what's on there. And we'll do some installs of old applications on Windows 10 to see how backwards compatible it is to your previous versions of like 7 and 8.1. We can check all that out. So there, that's just a basic install of Windows 10 from a complete fresh start, format that drive, nice clean install. So there you go. So hope you like this. Please remember to subscribe, comment below, and remember, thumbs up. And we'll get lots more videos done on tutorials, installs and settings and all sorts of stuff that you guys want to know. So anything particularly you want to see next on this channel, please comment below, and I'll take a look, and if it wants a video, I will do a video for you guys. So until then, see you soon. Cheers.